All right, fam, you've got 24 hours, depending on when you watch this show, but this thing is not waiting for anyone. The market is going to dump, in my honest opinion, and here we are going to talk about what I see, what I'm doing, what I'm positioning myself in, and we'll see how it plays out. If you are here, let me know. We do have the chat rolling. On this side, we're gonna have some Q&A at the end. I've got some cool stuff prepared for you guys. So let's jump into the show. If you're new here, my name is Fefe. I bring you the best alpha when it comes to trading, when it comes to market updates, when it comes to urgent stuff. So subscribe to the channel and come back for another one. Let's jump in here, because if you look at this, one of the major things is that we see some kind of dump here. And if you've been watching the channel, or you have been watching my market updates here on the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Club, which is my trading channel, if you haven't, link in the description, go and follow that as well. I drop these daily updates. I've been expecting a little bit of a pullback, and that pullback seems to be happening now, but it's a bit too early. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of you will say, oh, okay, Fefe, I look at the thumbnail and it says that, you know, market is going to crash and I'm going to take a short, and then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to say, oh, I thought Fefe was bearish, and now I actually watched the show and I understand what it is. So if you look here, what I believe should be happening is the following. If you look at the 4-hour chart, this alert here doesn't want to leave. Like, I'm trying to remove this. I restarted it. Like, I did everything. This alert is just sticking here, because what do I do with an alert that doesn't want to leave? What do I do with this chat? What do I do with this? You see how I said chat? You see, like, I'm proper Logan Paul now, and I don't know who else, like Neon, right? Chat, hey chat, what do we do, chat? Anyway, you see, I made it happen. Chat, what's happening? Chat, what's happening? Chat. For first time, Shazam is not all in. This is the time to send, bro. This is the time to send it higher. I'm still angry of that Friday wick that liquidated me. You should not be angry with the Friday wick. You should be angry with yourself for being too overexposed to the market and you got liquidated. It's the harsh reality. Not the truth you want to hear, but the truth you need to hear. What's your thought on 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏? Zero, nothing. Cuz it's getting fired, for sure. Looks like we're going to do some information. Yes. Book it on Uber. Monad. No monad. Nothing. Overvalued shit. That's what I say. Fefe is the best. 𝗙𝗘𝗙 to the moon. Yes. I buy hard. Okay, let's go. So here's what I think is going to happen. Also, guys, obviously, nothing I just share with you my opinion and what I'm doing on the market. Nothing I say is certainty. So you always have to do your own research and make your own decisions, all that. But I'm going to share with you what I'm doing with my own money. So one of the most important things is that I always say follow market structure, right? So if you look here, and this is actually, if you want these updates in a very short form, no Q&A bullshit type of style, I love to do this with you every single day. But if you're just in a rush or whatever, I do these every single day on a 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Club in a very short manner, in 5 to 10 minutes, 7 minutes, 9 minutes, 7 minutes. So you can go there. So you don't get the Q&A there and whatever, but if you want just the actual update, you can watch it there as well. So let's jump in here. So if you look at market structure, usually what the market tends to do, and especially if you look at the hourly chart, markets move always in a certain structure. The structure is lows and highs and lows and highs. And if it is a downtrend, then it's a lower low and a lower high, and then it's a lower low and then a lower high, and then it's a lower low, lower high, 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 lower low, lower high. How fast can you say lower low, lower high, lower high, lower high? Can you say that? Go say it. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, Cuz said this. Can you say that? Can you say lower low, lower high? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Lower low, lower high, lower high, lower lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so that's what's happening. And here we have a final capitulation. You see we have a lower low, and then we have, it's a beautiful structure, by the way, here at the end. And then we have a, like a big sell-off. And so this here is a very important level, because this is where the actual the major sell-off happens. So you had a little bit of sell-off, a little bit of retrace, a little bit of sell-off, a little bit of retrace, a little bit of sell-off, a little bit of retrace. And then you had a little bit of a big sell-off, and then a big sell-off. So this level here is a very, very important level when it comes to the bears or the sellers. And so usually what happens at these conditions is that the price retraces into this level, which we call the order block, which is the supply zone, the level where people sold. The block of orders that caused this massive crash is still in here. limit orders that couldn't get filled. And so price retraces into that level and then reverses from there usually, right? So what I want to see is the following. I think we're still too early, and if I had to pick a side, I would probably be long right now. I'm not, because it's risky, but the reason is because this is still a very strong 1 hour order block down here. You have a low, you have a high. Again, the market structure on the lower time frame is actually quite bullish. And it's coming down this elevator up, it's coming down the stairs. So on a short time frame, I would expect us to come a little bit like this and then pump. Now the pump that I'm expecting should happen, in theory, in New York today or tomorrow. Why? Because usually markets manipulate between Monday and Wednesday, and then they distribute between Wednesday and Sunday. So I would expect a push on New York today or tomorrow, maybe a little bit down here and then push, but I would ultimately expect a push that takes this high. So something like this, right? Comes into this the top of this bearish order block, and then from there shows a market structure shift, meaning a lower low on the 15-minute. This is what I want to see, okay? So it doesn't mean this is what is going to happen, but this is the main scenario that I'm expecting, and this is the only scenario that would make me take a short position. So when that happens, I will update you. I have a community. You can join in there. Yeah, you can join in. It's super easy. I don't want to say the F word because I don't know what YouTube is doing with us. So it's like, how do I say it? You can just join with a click of a button, okay? There's a link in the description, join in the fam. Nothing in there, of course, is also advised or anything like that. So, this is the main scenario. I'm gonna update you when that happens. What I want to do though, what I want to see is this, but what can also happen is that we have a little bit of bump here in New York and then a crash. Now, if we close below, or the market closes below $2.88 trillion, I believe that this is, I will consider this as a reversal, and the reversal is going to be confirmed, in my opinion, by a close under the 2.88 level on the 1 hour chart. If that happens, I am going to take a short position, placing my stop loss above here on the highs, because that would mean that we basically got a reversal from this 4 hour and hourly order block. So either we see a push and then we see a rejection from there, and this is where I would like to take a short, or the market comes a little bit lower, closes below here, and that's the trigger for entry, and then if it retraces, trigger for the second entry, and then I'm targeting drawing liquidity down here at like 2.73 thousand. That's what I would be looking at. So ultimately, I am looking at short positions. I'm not really into longing this. If for any reason the market actually comes down here and then shows a 5-minute market structure shift without breaking below the hourly low, I might consider taking a small scalp long position, because it can rally all the way up here, and then we can see it can even happen that it comes all the way up here, because on the 4 hour chart that is the actual OB, there is 3 consecutive candles here. There are only 2 consecutive on the 4 hour there. So I can see it a little bit push here. We're looking at about a 6% push on the total market cap, potentially a little bit more in your favorite coins. So I would be taking along if that happens. Ultimately though, I am looking for a short position either from up here or after a close below here. That's my main plan. Now, why is it urgent? It's because it's Wednesday. And I think usually if you look at the historical data, what happens is Wednesdays, between Monday and Wednesday, the market sets the tone, the manipulation. And if you look at this, the manipulation was basically up. Monday was pushing higher, it's coming down lower. There could be another push that traps people and a nuke. This is what I would expect, at least, and then we have to see how it plays out. That is it. Of course, as I said, I'm going to update you in the community, in the fam, so go and join in there. And I've got a bunch of cool stuff that I want to share with you. But before we get there, I wanted to look at the chat. I'm actually going to share with you this. I'm actually going to share with you now. So one of the things I wanted to share with you is the following. If you want to trade, there is a partner of ours called GRVT. They are a perp DEX on zkissing. Zkissing, an incredible layer 2, solving with zero knowledge technology, a complete different approach than what you see in layer 2. So it's in and of itself worth checking out. But we've got a partner called GRVT, and they are basically a perp DEX, very similar to what Hype does, but on zkissing, has different features, but most importantly, they also have an airdrop coming up. Now, this airdrop, if you just trade on the platform, deposit on the platform, invest in their strategies, so they have these different trading strategies that you can use, you accumulate points. If you use our link in the description and sign up to GRVT, which is of course free to sign up and whatever, you get 30% more points for the airdrop. But that's not the cool part. One of the cool parts is that they have a trading competition, and you won't believe this, guys. I actually didn't think that we have a chance, so I didn't even talk about the trading competition just yet. But I looked at this, and I think we have an edge here. So the trading competition is specifically for the banter community, and I looked at what the winner is getting. First of all, there are a bunch of people. There are 15 different positions. 15 people get rewarded. They get USDT into their account if they win the competition, right? So if you look at this, the number one gets $3,800. The competition ends on the December 1st. Listen here, and don't tell this off to anyone. Honestly, like, please don't tell this to anyone, because I think we have a chance of winning at this. So I looked at this, and the number one is based on PNL dollar amount. The number one spot that wins about $4,000 next Monday is $110 PNL. That means if you take a $5,000 account, again, everything I say is not financial advice. I'm just sharing with you my thought process here, okay? I told Cus to do the same. If you take a $5,000 account, you go to the link, you sign up, right? You go down here, you click here, and then you sign up, okay? Then you click to this link, which is the 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗏. You sign up there, and you can only sign up if you sign up with my link, right? So it's make sure that you sign up using the link, and then you can join our closed competition. Once you do that, you deposit $5,000, you get points for depositing $5,000 rewards. You get 30% more points than what you would get otherwise, and then you have to make 2% on that account to be number one in this trading competition and win $3,800 if you come in first. It's a no freaking brainer. The sixth position, you know how much the sixth position wins? Let me just see here. The sixth position wins $900, didn't even take a trade. It's a no-brainer. It's genuinely a no-brainer. Again, do not tell this to anyone outside this show, because I genuinely think if you guys stick to this and do this strategy, just take 2 trades, 3 trades. Again, manage your risk, not financial advice, all that stuff. But like, if you trade anyway somewhere, why not do this? Also, what is pretty cool about GRVT is that for now, until this whole thing lasts and they are accumulating for the airdrops, they actually give you fees if you trade limit. So if you take a limit order, you don't have to pay fees for the exchange to trade. They actually deposit funds to you because they want to incentivize early users, just very similar to what Hype did. This is a no-brainer. A no-brainer, in my opinion. So go and check this out. Of course, there is risk to trading, and we did our due diligence. So hold on a second. This lasts until the 16th. It doesn't last until the 1st. It lasts until 16 days. How long is that? 16 days, that's until the 10th, I think. So
under the 15,000, it says December 1st.
It says December 12th. It says that, December 12th. Okay, there is a problem here. Okay, let me just check this. I'm gonna update you here tomorrow and on the community as well. But there is a mess up here, so we're gonna sort it out. But anyway, I think this is a genius thing. It's amazing. Like, I like having partners like this because they genuinely give you value. The other partner that I wanted to talk about is, you know, I'm a sucker for Ledger. Yes, call me crazy. I have been using Ledger since 2017, since I got into Ledger. What is it? Crypto. There is the Ledger Nano S. This is the first versions from 2017. I have all different ledgers. I have the X here. Whoop. I have the X. I have the Stacks. And I have all the different ledgers up here with different brands and whatever. I have the Nano as well. This is, if you have been thinking about getting yourself a Ledger, this is the time. So you can look here. They have 50% off on most of the devices. Ledger Flex, you get $70 in Bitcoin as a voucher. So there is the reason why I'm telling you this now is because it won't last for a long time. This is Black Friday deal, whatever, and they literally just ring me from Ledger and they said, hey, tell us your community because it's not gonna last so long. This is in Hungarian forints. I don't know, depending on what VPN we use, it messes things up. Last time it was Indonesian rupees, right? Okay, so anyway, so go and check those out. There's a link in the description. There is one more thing that I want to talk about Ledger. Again, a money-making opportunity for you. One is, they rebranded their Ledger Live application to Ledger Wallet, right? And when it comes to Ledger Wallet, it's very similar interface. You can connect your Ledger device to your computer, to your phone, and then you have a mobile app that serves as some kind of wallet with added features. And Ledger is trying to make you incentivized to use their wallet, which is actually amazing. the 𝗦𝗏𝗡 and the incentive program, and they launched something called this play to win with 𝗬𝗏. So the way this works is that all you need to, this is also like, I didn't think that under these market conditions, the community will have these opportunities. But like I had to call our BD at Ledger and like, do I actually understand this right? And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay, so here's how it works. If you have a Ledger device, you got yourself a Ledger device, and you swap from USDT to 𝗬𝗏, just make a swap, right? Within there, I can show you tomorrow how to do it. Just make a swap. If you do one swap worth at least 20 𝗬𝗏s, you get qualified for a draw that will select people to win $100,000 worth of 𝗬𝗏. So the first one wins $30,000 worth of 𝗬𝗏. Just by swapping, you get qualified. Second place, 20,000. Third place, 10,000. Fourth, fifth, 6,000. Sixth, 10th, 3,000 each. And 11, 20, 1,300. I can tell you this again, silently. Nobody will do this. I think that people just don't get the information and they are lazy. And even if when they get the information, they will not take the swaps. So if you have a Ledger device, what I think would be what I would do, or what I did and Cuz did and everybody in the office did, is to just actually have your Ledger device, or if you don't have and want one, this is the perfect time. Get a Ledger device, put some USDT on it or whatever, and I swap it to 𝗬𝗏. And if I swap it, I get a ticket. You can swap, I think it's 20 times. 20 times, but it can be same 𝗬𝗏. You have to be going from one asset to 𝗬𝗏 to be qualified. And then all the details are here. I'm going to share this with you as well, but you're able to find it if you just search for Ledger and Wallet Play to Win 𝗬𝗏 Ledger. It's incredible. Like, it's just a no-brainer. If you have a Ledger, I think, again, this is something that I think it's worth doing. It's free to do. It has I have to pay attention to what I say here. The risk is that the asset can depreciate in value, but Ledger they have 7 million devices that have not been hacked, so swapping within the Ledger wallet does not have any added risk to it. But make sure that you swapping to 𝗬𝗏. Obviously, 𝗬𝗏 can be volatile, and always do your own research. But again, looking at this, qualifying for any of this is just, again, something that I think is amazing from Ledger. So that said, let's jump in here. Someone says there is no volume in the platform. You know what the volume is? I actually thought when I talked to them first time, 1.25 billion today alone. That's how much volume it doesn't have. $1.25 billion in volume today. Fefe highest win rate. Thank you. Can we see the leaderboard on Ledger for the 𝗬𝗏 competition? It's not a leaderboard. It's a raffle. So every time you swap, you get involved. You get a ticket, and it's a raffle, and they're gonna announce it in January. Bank days in US. Stop shorting Zcash. Like, why? Why short Zcash? Cambodia! Oh, wait, hold on. Cambodia. I have a crazy story from Cambodia, by the way. I have a craziest story from Cambodia. You know, I went to Cambodia, and I collect money from different places where I went to. And Cambodia actually have dollars and rial. So they have a currency called the rial. And they have I think it's a 50,000 or 100,000 rial, but bro, it's like, let me just see how much it is. It's $25. So it's $25. I shit you not. It's a true story. True story. I went to the bank and I was like, I'd like to get a 100,000 note. First of all, there was 2 machine gun security guys. They just looked at me like this. It's like, why? And I was like, because I'm just collecting notes and the biggest note and whatever. And so they closed the bank door and they called the manager from the bank to come out. And I told the manager what I want. And he brought out the 100,000 rial note like this. Like if it was like, I don't know, like if it was, I was buying a kilo of gold. And so they handed it to me, and then, yeah, and then I have it at home. Budget in the UK. See how that affects Europe. No, it doesn't. Hey, from Kenya, what's happening? Stop shorting Zcash. I don't know what Zcash is doing now, but Zcash. I mean, you do whatever you want to do, but it's just Zcash. Here we go. You do whatever you want to do, but I had this long and I closed. Such a holy cow, brother! Look at this. Look at this. What, we closed it up here. 587, something like that. Let me just see. It was in a community. If you're not in a community, I think you should join. 588 was my close. 588 up here. I said here I'm closing. Look, close my lung fully. That was not bad. Short of 900 maybe, but why doesn't it? Why doesn't it what? We want Zcash trades. Guys, I'm telling you, big money is not made. Consistent money is not made in trying to chase and trying to short an asset that has outperformed everything the past 2 months. You know, don't do that. US market's closed for tomorrow. That could be a great catalyst for the pump. Closed also at 610. Nice. Bloody child. I don't know what that means. Some Britain people from Britain. My Donald Trump accent is much better than my British accent now.
Indeed.
What about the Telegram poll? What about it? Shadow long Zcash. Good luck. My comments are blocked. Yeah, I didn't see this comment either. Awesome trade. Well done. Thank you. Okay, guys. I think this is what it is. This is what it comes down to. I think this is the most important participation code. Banter Real. Banter Real. So you see it in the description as well. But Banter Real is the participation code. This here. Banter Royale. Okay? Banter Royale. I'm gonna share some because you have to do this, but I'm serious. Like, take this away. These guys don't want it. Bro, it's such a like, and I don't know what I can say and cannot say now, but not financial advice. Anything I say is not. I'm telling you what I'm doing with my own money. There is a trading competition, and the top 10 places get rewarded. And the 6 to the bottom didn't take a trade yet. And it's still number 6. It's crazy. The number 5th is $2 in profit. This is crazy. Anyway, cause you have to do this today. You do it. Do it today. I think it's amazing. Okay, anyway. Guys, thoughts on link. Again, the same applies for everything. Yeah, all right, guys. Truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in here. Watch this. This is one of the trading strategies that I actually use from another channel called the _X Club, which I'm dropping daily updates every single day. So go and check this out to understand the strategies that I do. Click here to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next one.